Did you know a staggering 93% of communication is nonverbal? Yes, you heard it right. A significant chunk of our daily interactions relies not on the words we speak, but on the silent language of our bodies. It's an intriguing world of unspoken dialogue that often reveals more than the words we utter. Welcome to the fascinating realm of nonverbal communication. This is where we decode the mysteries of body language, the subtle gestures, the fleeting facial expressions, and the silent postures that speak volumes. Body language, a crucial part of nonverbal communication, is like an open book that lays bare our emotions, intentions, and thoughts. Whether you're in a boardroom or a living room, your body language is constantly telling a story, one that's often louder and more truthful than your spoken words. Imagine you're in a meeting, and your boss, while saying that he's open to suggestions, has his arms crossed and a stern expression on his face. Or consider a friend who assures you that everything is fine, but you notice a hint of sadness in their eyes. What do these signs tell you? They're the silent narratives of body language, revealing what's not being said. Understanding and interpreting body language effectively is an art. It's a skill that can make or break relationships, negotiate successful deals, and even help you connect better with people around you. So how do we decipher these silent signals? How do we read between the lines of what's being said and what's being communicated through body language? The answer lies in mastering emotional intelligence, a key component that enables us to interpret and manipulate body language effectively. Emotional intelligence is our ability to understand and manage our own emotions and those of others. It's what helps us to read the unspoken words, to understand the hidden meanings, to navigate the complex maze of nonverbal communication. So what are you really saying without uttering a word? Let's explore. Interpreting body language is like reading a book in a foreign language. Imagine a situation where you're sitting across a table from someone. Their arms are crossed, their brow is furrowed, and they're leaning away from you. Your instinct may tell you that they're closed off, perhaps even defensive, but are they truly disinterested or uncomfortable? Or is it just a habitual posture? It's a puzzle, isn't it? We encounter such enigmatic scenarios every day where understanding the silent language of our bodies is not as simple as it seems. One of the primary challenges in interpreting body language is the risk of misinterpretation. You see, body language is not a universal language. It's influenced heavily by individual personality traits, cultural norms, and personal experiences. For example, in some cultures, maintaining eye contact is seen as a sign of respect, while in others it's considered intrusive and disrespectful. So the same gesture can have completely different meanings in different contexts. Let's consider another example. Picture a person tapping their foot incessantly during a meeting. You might interpret this as a sign of impatience or nervousness. But what if they're simply tapping to a catchy tune stuck in their head? The point being, body language is often ambiguous and open to interpretation. Moreover, the complexities of emotional intelligence add to this challenge. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our own emotions and those of others. It's a crucial skill for accurately interpreting body language, but not everyone has the same level of emotional intelligence. Some people are naturally more attuned to subtle emotional cues, while others struggle to read even the most apparent signals. This disparity can lead to misunderstandings and communication breakdowns. Additionally, our own biases and preconceived notions can cloud our interpretation of body language. We might perceive someone's crossed arms as defensive when they're merely cold, or interpret a lack of eye contact as disinterest when it could be shyness. These biases can distort our understanding of what the person is actually communicating. Lastly, our digital age presents a unique challenge. In a world where much of our communication happens online, interpreting body language becomes even more difficult. We're often left to decipher meaning from text, devoid of tone, facial expressions, and gestures that usually accompany face-to-face interactions. This lack of nonverbal cues can make online communication seem impersonal and often leads to misinterpretations. So as you can see, interpreting body language accurately is a complex task riddled with potential pitfalls. It requires a deep understanding of human emotions, cultural nuances, and personal idiosyncrasies. It demands us to look beyond the surface, to delve deeper into the realm of nonverbal communication. Understanding the silent language of our bodies is not as simple as it seems, is it? But don't worry, as we progress, we'll explore how to navigate these challenges and hone our skills in reading and interpreting body language. Remember, it's not just about what we say, but how we say it. So stay tuned as we unravel the art of mastering emotional intelligence through body language. Decoding body language is an art that requires careful observation and understanding. It's akin to learning a new language, a language that's universal yet uniquely individual. It's a silent conversation that reveals hidden emotions, underlying thoughts, and unspoken intentions. Imagine you're in a meeting. Your colleague, while speaking, keeps crossing his arms. This is a classic example of protective body language. It's often a subconscious gesture indicating discomfort or defensiveness. He might be feeling threatened or unsure. So instead of immediately countering his point, try asking open-ended questions to encourage dialogue and ease tension. Next, consider facial expressions, among the most potent forms of body language. They can express a myriad of emotions, often more accurately than words. Take a smile, for example. A genuine smile, known scientifically as a Duchenne smile, involves not just the mouth, but also the eyes. The corners of the eyes crinkle, creating crow's feet. If the eyes stay still while the mouth smiles, it's likely a forced or insincere smile. Spotting the difference can help you discern genuine joy from mere politeness or even deceit. Posture, too, speaks volumes. Someone standing tall with shoulders back and head held high exudes confidence and self-assuredness. Conversely, slumped shoulders and a downward gaze might suggest low self-esteem or disinterest. Let's look at another example. Hand gestures. They can be a powerful tool to emphasize points and express enthusiasm. However, overly excessive hand movements might indicate nervousness or uncertainty. On the flip side, a person who keeps their hands hidden may be perceived as untrustworthy or anxious. It's crucial to remember, though, that context is key. Each of these cues can have different meanings depending on the situation, cultural background, and individual personality traits. Therefore, it's essential to avoid making snap judgments based solely on a single cue. Furthermore, it's important to note that mastering the art of reading body language isn't about judging or labeling others. Rather, it's about enhancing our understanding, fostering better communication, and building stronger connections. Each gesture, each expression has a story to tell. Are you ready to listen? Knowing how to read body language can open up a whole new world of understanding. It can provide insight into what people are truly feeling, beyond what they're saying. It can help you navigate social situations, build rapport, and even detect deception. But remember, it's an art, not a science. Practice, observation, and open-mindedness are the keys to becoming fluent in this silent language. Emotional intelligence is not just about understanding your emotions, but also the emotions of others. The power of emotional intelligence extends far beyond just knowing what you're feeling at any given moment. It's about being able to interpret the emotional cues in the people around you through their words and actions, and yes, even their silence. Imagine you're in a team meeting and your colleague, let's call him Tom, is presenting his ideas. He seems confident, his voice steady, but you notice his hands are shaking slightly and there's a tightness around his eyes. This is where your emotional intelligence comes in. You understand that despite the strong front Tom is putting up, he's nervous. Understanding this, you can choose to support him. Maybe by nodding in agreement or jumping in to help explain a point. In another instance, you're talking with a friend who's telling you about her day. She's smiling and laughing, but her eyes aren't matching her mouth. They're not crinkling at the corners the way they do when she's genuinely happy. Your emotional intelligence tells you that she's masking her true feelings. Maybe she's having a hard day and doesn't want to burden you, or she's trying to stay positive despite some upsetting news. These examples illustrate the immense power of emotional intelligence. It helps you navigate complex interactions, build stronger relationships, and respond effectively to people's real feelings, not just the ones they show on the surface. But how do you develop emotional intelligence? It starts with self-awareness. Recognizing your own emotions and understanding why you're feeling them is the first step. It's about being honest with yourself, not masking or avoiding your feelings. Next comes empathy. It's about stepping into someone else's shoes, trying to understand their perspective. It's about listening, not just to respond, but to truly understand. It's about being present, observing nonverbal cues, and paying attention to inconsistencies between words and actions. The third component is self-regulation. It's about managing your emotions, not letting them control you. It's about responding, not reacting. It's about taking a moment to breathe when you're angry, or stepping back to gain perspective when you're overwhelmed. And finally, it's about social skills. It's navigating social interactions with grace and understanding. It's about clear communication and effective conflict resolution. It's about building strong relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. When you harness the power of emotional intelligence, you unlock a new level of understanding, not just of yourself, but of the people around you. You become more attuned to the subtle nuances of human emotions, and you're better equipped to respond effectively and empathetically. So the next time you're in a conversation, try to listen with your emotional intelligence. Observe the nonverbal cues, listen to the words left unsaid, and respond with empathy and understanding. Emotional intelligence is the key to unlock the complex code of body language, and once you have that key, the possibilities are limitless. Body language can be a powerful tool for manipulation. That's a rather dramatic way to put it, isn't it? But it's true. The way we move, the expressions we make, even the way we stand or sit, all contribute to the silent conversation we're having with the world around us. Let's delve into how body language can be used for manipulation. Imagine you're in a business meeting. Your colleague, who's pitching a new project, consistently maintains eye contact, leans in when speaking, and uses open, welcoming gestures. Without even realizing it, you might find yourself more inclined to trust their ideas and proposals. This is because their body language is communicating confidence, openness, and sincerity, subtly influencing your perception and decision-making process. But here's where it gets tricky. Just as body language can be used to build trust, it can also be used to deceive. Picture this. You're negotiating a deal. The other party is using strong, dominant body language like standing tall, maintaining firm eye contact, and using large, sweeping gestures. They appear confident and sure, but is the deal as good as they make it seem? In this case, their body language might be a calculated strategy to intimidate or overpower, to make you feel that saying no isn't an option. You might be manipulated into agreeing to something that isn't in your best interest. This is why understanding body language is so crucial. It allows us to see beyond the words and make more informed decisions. Another example is in daily interactions. Have you ever had a conversation where the other person's words were saying one thing, but their body language was saying something entirely different? They might be saying yes with their words, but shaking their head no. Or they might be telling you they're fine, but their hunched shoulders and lack of eye contact suggest otherwise. In these situations, understanding body language can help you see the truth behind the words. It can help you understand what people are really thinking and feeling, even when their words are saying something different. This ability can be incredibly useful in all kinds of situations, from personal relationships to professional interactions. So how can we use this silent language to our advantage? One way is by becoming more aware of our own body language. By understanding how our movements and expressions can influence others, we can use this knowledge to communicate more effectively and authentically. Another way is by learning to read other people's body language. This can help us understand their emotions and intentions, allowing us to respond in the most appropriate and effective way. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Using body language for manipulation can lead to distrust and damage relationships. So let's use this knowledge ethically to foster understanding and create more meaningful connections. We've all heard the saying, actions speak louder than words. But perhaps it's more accurate to say body language speaks louder than words. So let's start listening. Mastering emotional intelligence can help you read between the lines. Imagine being able to decipher the hidden messages behind a smile, a frown, or a casual shrug. This is the power of emotional intelligence. It's like having a secret code that allows you to understand the unspoken language of emotions. It's about interpreting those subtle cues that reveal what people are truly feeling, even when their words might be saying something different. In the professional world, this skill can be a game changer. Have you ever sat in a meeting and wondered what your boss, coworker, or client was really thinking? Emotional intelligence can give you that insight. It can help you navigate tricky workplace dynamics, build stronger relationships, and ultimately become a more effective leader. Let's take an example. When a team member is constantly looking at their watch during a meeting, they might be signaling boredom or impatience. If you're leading that meeting, having the emotional intelligence to notice and interpret this body language cue can help you adjust your approach, engage that team member, and keep the meeting productive. But emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding others, it's also about understanding yourself. It's about recognizing your own emotions, understanding what's triggering them, and managing them effectively. This introspective aspect of emotional intelligence is often overlooked, but it's a crucial part of the puzzle. Consider a situation where you're feeling stressed or frustrated. Maybe you're working on a challenging project, or you're juggling too many tasks at once. If you're not aware of your emotions, you might snap at a coworker, make a hasty decision, or even burn out. But with emotional intelligence, you can recognize your stress, understand what's causing it, and take steps to manage it before it affects your work or relationships. Emotional intelligence also plays a big role in conflict resolution. By understanding the emotions at play, you can navigate disagreements more effectively and find solutions that satisfy all parties involved. It's like being a master negotiator, able to diffuse tension and build bridges of understanding. The benefits of mastering emotional intelligence extend beyond the workplace too. It can enhance your personal relationships, helping you connect more deeply with the people you care about. It can help you navigate social situations with grace and ease. It can even improve your own emotional well-being, giving you the tools to manage your emotions in a healthy, productive way. So how do you master emotional intelligence? It starts with awareness. Pay attention to your own emotions and the emotions of those around you. Practice active listening. Watch for body language cues. And most importantly, keep an open mind. Emotional intelligence is a journey, not a destination. It's a skill that you can continually develop and refine throughout your life. Mastering emotional intelligence is not just about understanding others, it's about understanding yourself. Let's recap on what we've learned today. We've uncovered the secret that a staggering 93% of communication is nonverbal. It's not just about what we say, but also about how we say it. Our gestures, facial expressions, and postures tell a story that others read and interpret, often subconsciously. We've also explored the challenges of accurately interpreting body language. We've seen that it's not always straightforward and requires a keen sense of observation and understanding. We've delved into practical examples, showcasing the subtle nuances that can make a world of difference in our interactions. We've navigated through the different types of body language cues and their meanings. The way we hold ourselves, the expressions we wear on our faces, the gestures we make, they all send out powerful signals, shaping the way others perceive us. The key moment of realization we've had is the profound impact of mastering emotional intelligence through body language on our personal and professional lives. It's a tool that can enhance our interactions, our relationships, and our overall communication skills. We've emphasized the importance of emotional intelligence in the art of body language and manipulation. It's not about deceiving others, but rather about understanding and empathizing with them. It's about being aware of our own emotions and those of others, and using this awareness to manage our behavior and relationships effectively. Now, as we wrap up this enlightening journey, it's time for action. It's time to put this knowledge into practice. Start observing the body language in your daily interactions. Notice the cues, decode the signals, and see the difference it makes. And while you're at it, why not share your experiences with us? Now that you're aware of the power of body language and emotional intelligence, why not practice observing it in your daily interactions? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.